4:36 in the morning, every day. Morning sky light check. We've got a little bit more light up there. I feel like if I went down to the bench, it might be better to sit and talk. But even right now, it's still too dark to do that. What can you see out there? Can you see anything? I can see something with my eyes. It's just a little bit of light on the horizon. But I did bring out something. Do you remember quite a while ago on the daily vlog, I mentioned one of my still camera lenses broke during a shoot, just stopped working completely at random. The lens just wouldn't, like I was in Melbourne for Jed boards and I was shooting and took that lens off, put a different lens on, kept shooting, then came back to use that first lens and I got an error 1. Well, that lens was the 24-70 if you're playing at home and you have Canon, and 2.8 version 1. Oh wait, was that version 2? I think it's version 2. I bought it 10 years ago, no, it'd be version 1. Anyway, I went to Canon to get it repaired, and Canon quoted me $580 for a lens that's worth retail just under $2,000. I thought that was pretty steep. Remember, I was complaining about it, and I went and found a secondary. Well, I got a few different quotes. Well, I'm happy to report the lens is now here and repaired, and I ended up using a place called Sydney Canon Repairs. A lovely dude, an older gentleman who's got a little workshop out there in, I'm going to say Ashfield, I think it's Ashfield. And the total price to have this repaired better than factory conditions was, well, so they quoted me $275, but when I got in there, they tried to charge me $350. But I said, no, the quote was $275, so it ended up being $275 because I'm a stickler like that. If the quote, like, I don't know, the woman said, oh yeah, someone made an error and it should have been more expensive. Got it for $275, and he also did a calibration on the, what do you call it? Well, I can't recall what he called it, but he did say the repair that he did was to fix the collar assembly, and then he also calibrated it. And oh yeah, he said edge-to-edge sharpness. He fixed the edge-to-edge sharpness, and I've tested it, and it is pretty good. So if you do happen to have a lens that needs repairing and you're anywhere near Sydney and it's a Canon lens, don't bother sending it into Canon because you're going to get pretty much bent over and raped. Excuse that phrase, but that's what I felt was happening. And yeah, you want to find a secondary place to do that repair. I can certainly recommend Sydney Canon Repairs. I can't remember the chap's name. He had a very interesting name, but he also has a very incredible workshop. If you're looking and you're a camera nut, you'd be able to sit there for hours just looking at all the cameras he's got. One of everything. And certainly none of these jobs are out of his league. He sat there. I mean, he had the lens for about, well, that was going on a month and a half now. And by the way, as I stand here talking, that's definitely gotten lighter, right? Absolutely. You can see. You can totally